What's going on, my people? Hello everyone, welcome to another video of mine. It's Kemal AA, and this is another Chelsea transfer news daily video for you guys, where I keep you guys up to date with all the latest Chelsea news in the past 24 hours. Some links in regards to Erling Haaland. Is he number one? Is he the first choice target that Roman Abramovich wants, or does Roman want Lukaku? We'll be delving into all the latest articles and links. We'll be discussing Rice, Adama Traore, Hakimi as well. Fabrizio Romano had something to say in regards to Hakimi and Chelsea being interested alongside Paris Saint-Germain. We'll be delving into all the latest reports. But before I do get into all of it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's dive straight into this news daily video. And starting off with Erling Haaland. We thought this rumour died. We thought that Haaland would be staying at Dortmund. Apparently this is not the case. And here is the interesting part. Before I delve into links to Haaland, we know that Chelsea are still interested in signing Haaland, but there were some interesting things Haaland himself actually said. Now, before the Champions League final, Dortmund secured Champions League qualification. They secured third place in the Bundesliga, meaning that they get Champions League football for next season, and that was crucial for Erling Haaland if they was, of course, going to keep him. If Dortmund were going to keep him due to financial reasons, and a player of Haaland's level, his calibre, he needs to be playing Champions League football week in, week out. And before Chelsea played in the final, he said that Dortmund securing Champions League football was vital for Haaland. For Haaland's future, it was so important that he got Champions League football. However, this is where it gets interesting. Since Chelsea won the Champions League, Haaland went on vacation. He had an interview. And in the interview, he said, in quotes, "I've not made my decision. I will go on vacation and then report for pre-season." This happened straight after the Champions League final. So before the Champions League final, he said that, no, I'm staying at Dortmund. I'm happy. I've got a long-term contract. We secured Champions League football. We don't win the Champions League. And suddenly, oh, I need to go on vacation. I need to think about it. I haven't made my decision. So all I'm saying is, yeah, it could be nothing. But all I'm saying is a bit fishy. Yeah, very coincidental. Since Chelsea become kings of Europe, yeah, let that sink in. Champions of Europe. Haaland wants to join the mighty Chelsea. But in terms of links, there's nothing much to report on that. I've given you guys so much news in regards to Haaland over the past few weeks and months. We know Chelsea interested. We know Roman wants Haaland. This is nothing new. There's nothing to report in terms of negotiations because we haven't started negotiations yet. We've just shown interest. We've scouted him. We want to sign him, of course. But at the end of the day, which club doesn't want to sign him? We know we have the finances to put it off. It's just a case of negotiating that price down. Now, because Dortmund secured Champions League football, they don't need the money full stop. So they can command easily minimum £150 million. Now, we need to remember as well that he's got a £75 million release clause next summer, as I keep reiterating. So they're not in a position to sell. They know that Haaland's gone regardless next summer if they don't sell him this summer. So, with Sancho having, 1 to 2 years left of his contract, do they really want to lose Sancho and Haaland in one window? For me, it doesn't make any sense. You're losing your two most prized assets, losing your two best players in one window. It's not going to sit well with the fans. It's not going to sit well with the club. And of course, Dortmund, even though they sign young talent, they sell them on for a profit because that is their business model. They don't want to lose both of their prized assets. I guess Dortmund's initial plan is sell Sancho this summer and then sell Haaland next summer, which again, of course, is their ideology. That's their plan. But at the end of the day, it really depends on Haaland. Now, if we have any hope of signing Haaland, in my personal opinion, it really comes down to himself. And of course, his representative in Asian, Mino Raiola, his reps. Because if Haaland really wants to leave Dortmund and he's really pushing for and he really wants to come to Chelsea, of course, Haaland's got the power. That, of course, gives more power to Chelsea in terms of negotiation because we know that Haaland wants to leave. And we know Dortmund are tight negotiators, but we could definitely drive the price down if Haaland is unhappy at Dortmund. The only problem is Haaland is not unhappy at Dortmund. He's perfectly fine to sit down because let's be serious now. He's 20 years of age. Yeah, he's 20 years of age. There's no rush for him. He doesn't have to rush to the Premier League now. He can wait 3 more years. He doesn't have to leave. He's not in the prime of his career. That's why it's going to be hard to prize him away from Dortmund. So, again, he could, from his point of view, could be sitting there and thinking, listen, I'm only 20. Let me stay here in Dortmund for another year. Let me develop my game further. And I can move to the Premier League next season or move to La Liga next season. There's no rush for him. There's no need for him to move now. So, unless Haaland is really pushing for this, I think this still is really unlikely. But again, you never know. With the finances that we have the finances to put it off. We've got the pull power now. We've got a world-class manager. We've got the resources, the finances. We're the best team in Europe now. We're the kings of Europe, champions of Europe. So we've got that more lure, that pull power. We've now got that aura about Chelsea. Now, the other striker, which is interesting, another more striker that is a bit more realistic to sign, of course, is Romelu Lukaku. According to the Telegraph, Thomas Tuchel has made it clear to the board that signing a proven striker is a high priority. It feels increasingly likely that Romelu Lukaku to Chelsea is a deal that, of course, can get done. According to other reports as well, it is stated that Roman Abramovich is going to be personally pushing this deal. Roman Abramovich is personally driving Chelsea's pursuit of Romelu Lukaku. Talks are already opening regarding terms of a contract, but Manchester City are also in the frame to sign him, and early indications suggest City are offering higher wages. Now, if you guys don't know, in the Champions League final, Lukaku's agent was actually present. He actually took a picture. He was watching Chelsea Man City in the Champions League final. So listen, it also couldn't mean nothing. We know Lukaku's history of Chelsea. He used to play for us. He dreamed to play for us. He wanted to emulate the day Drogba. Unfortunately, that didn't happen because he moved to Man United, because we never had a good relationship with his agent, Mino. He's then gone on to Inter Milan. He's won the Scudetto, and he's been superb. You know, he's got 27 goals, I believe, this season in Serie A. He's got, you know, multiple amounts of assists. He's got a lot of assists, and he's Inter Milan's most prized asset. He's been superb. We know Inter Milan's financial difficulty, and out of the two between Haaland and Lukaku, we know that Lukaku is a lot easier to get done because, number one, he's going to be cheaper. Number two, Lukaku would push for the move because Antonio Conte is no longer there, and Inter need the money, whereas before, Dortmund don't need the money anymore. They got their Champions League football. They don't need to raise revenue in regards to player sales. They've got that Champions League revenue coming in. So they're not forced so-and-so to sell Haaland, whereas Inter Milan might be forced. Now, of course, Inter want to keep him. He's their best player. And Inzaghi, who's now the new manager of Inter, he's already had a phone call with him, and he wants to keep Romelu Lukaku. Of course, it's understandable because he's their best player. However, it's really down to Lukaku. If Lukaku wants to leave Inter Milan, Inter haven't really got a choice. They can't really stop him because they still need the money. And do you really want to keep an unhappy player when you can get that revenue and reinvest that back into the squad and allow the club to function? Because the club's on its knees in terms of debt, Inter Milan. So they need the funds and revenue. Yes, there was rumours they've got that investment from that US venture, the US financial investment group. We don't know what's going on. But again, as I said, Lukaku's already come out and said that he doesn't want to discuss about his future until after the Euros, which of course puts Chelsea in a bad position because we want to get our business on early so we can bring him in for pre-season, implement them. Of course, Tuchel's going to be changing tactics and formation and stuff, so he's going to want to get his transfer business on early, which is completely understandable. But as I said, Lukaku's the easy one to get done. But my question to you guys is, who would you rather Chelsea sign? Lukaku or Erling Haaland? Who do you think is more suitable for Chelsea? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But in more news, according to Fabrizio Romano, none other than Don Fabrizio, he's stating that Chelsea are interested in signing Hakimi, but Paris Saint-Germain are leading the race. Also, Adama Traore is also on the Chelsea list. Now, this is very confusing to me. For me, there's a lot of contradictions here. Now, a few weeks ago, Matt Law released an article. He said that Tuchel in the pre-season is going to be switching formation. He's going to be switching to a 4-at-the-back formation, ideally 4-2-4 or a potential 4-3-3. Whatever that formation was, it was going to be a 4-at-the-back. Now, these two targets, Adama Traore and Achraf Hakimi, they are both wing-backs for both Wolves respectively and Inter Milan. They're both superb going forwards. Defensively, they're a bit suspect because they're not natural defenders. They are wing-backs. So if you're switching to a back four, these moves don't make any sense. So why is Matt Law releasing an article a few weeks ago saying that we're switching to a back four, but now I'm hearing from Fabrizio that no, we're still targeting Hakimi and Traore? They're not good enough to be out-and-out wingers. Meanwhile, they're not good enough to be fullbacks because they're not defensively as capable as the others. But they're perfect for wing-backs. Hakimi is a world-class wing-back. So for me, this doesn't make too much sense unless we're sticking with a 3-at-the-back formation, which is why I'm saying that there's a lot of contradictions here. This is why I'm confused. Now, in terms of Hakimi, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that PSG are in fact leading the race and that Inter Milan want around 80 million euros, which for me is extortionate. Astronomical wages and fees because Hakimi is world class. He's a top player, but he's not worth 80 million euros. For me, you know, maximum 40, 45 should get the job done. Remember, they signed him last summer for 40 million euros. So how is his value doubled, especially with the fact that Inter Milan need the revenue? They need the funds. So how are they in a position to command that much amount of money? So I'm not too sure about this. We'll have to wait and see. Remember, you know, Fabrizio is a top source. He's a reliable source. So very confusing, but don't get me wrong. I'll take Hakimi at Chelsea. Fantastic dribbler, amazing crosser, very, very quick. He's an absolute speed demon. So I'll definitely take Hakimi. But it's a bit confusing because I wouldn't play him at right back. He's just not defensively good enough to play there. So it's a bit confusing in terms of Traore. Same thing, same situation. Fantastic wing back, pace, power, agility, dribbling. He's one of the best dribblers in the league. Of course, he hasn't got the end product, but he's not good enough to play winger, and meanwhile he's nowhere near defensively capable to play right back either. So again, unless we're switching 3-at-the-back, Traore and Hakimi doesn't make any sense to me. But let's wait and see. Inter Milan want 80 million euros for Hakimi services. What do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But if you did enjoy this review, this news daily, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.